What's up, everybody? It's your girl Vibing with Ned, and I'm back again with another lit reaction video, guys. Let's get straight off into this video.
The teen says he was attacked and racial slurs for months, and his mom tells KCAL's Rachel Kim the school did nothing about it.
You're watching a 14-year-old male student getting jumped and punched in the boys' bathroom of Verdugo Hills High School in Tujunga in late August. The attorney for the 14-year-old's family says the teen was also repeatedly called racial slurs.
Make no mistake about it, this is a case of racism.
Attorney Brad Gage says after the incident, the school held a meeting with the teen's mom, who doesn't want us to use her name for safety reasons.
They didn't care. They didn't do nothing to the other kids, and that's why I'm most upset about. They just sat there and did nothing.
Attorneys for the 14-year-old students say there are very few African-American students here at Verdugo Hills High School. They say almost from the first day of class in August, the teen was targeted by Latino students who called him racial slurs, physically assaulted him, and threatened to stab him.
My son is a good, smart kid, very intelligent.
This mom believes because nothing was done to her son's attackers, the situation escalated to what happened on campus on December 9th. Gage tells us it started on the schoolyard where his client was again thrown to the ground, punched, and called the N-word by two students.
At some point, others that are part of the group or gang, they come and chase our client with a big butcher knife, trying to kill him.
Gage says his client was trying to defend himself when two others ended up getting stabbed. Their injuries were not life-threatening. As for the 14-year-old, the LAPD tells us he was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. Gage filed a government claim, a precursor to a lawsuit against Verdugo Hills High School and the district for failing to protect the 14-year-old. We reached out to LAUSD for a response to the claim, and a spokesperson said Los Angeles Unified does not comment on pending or ongoing litigation.
It's the school's failure to act properly in August and September that led to a stabbing in December.
My son was in a situation where he could have been killed. I still feel like he can be killed because if he can't even come over here now, he can't even come back over this way due to all the stuff that's been going down.
Rachel Kim, KCAL News. The schoolyard where his client.
So let's get off into this video. Guys, what you see on the screen is some brown brethren, Latino brethren, beating up, bullying, stabbing a black youth male. I'm just gonna say this. I'm glad that the mother stepped in and said what she said. I do thank God that he survived. But to think this is where our world is coming to. The young man brought the knife. They had been bullying him, and they stabbed him. Days before, or times before, the school never intervened. That being said, I know this to be true. I do. I know this to be true because when I was in school, and this was just in the mid 90s, early 90s, early as I can remember being bullied. I was being bullied from, it started in elementary. When I went to another school, I was going to a smaller school in Hutchins, Texas. And it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad because I was in a suburban school, but it was more like country. But when I got to the inner city schools, it was different. It was a different demographic, different kid graphic. And it was mostly kids maybe in the neighborhood, in apartments, or they had homes. But a lot of times, they were in apartments. And apartments sometimes will be maybe projects, West Dallas projects, South Dallas, etc., etc. But I was in, I was living in Hutchins, and after a while, I went to transfer because I needed a transfer. You know, um, everybody has difficulties in school. I think that was my difficulty transitioning from the fourth grade, and then having some issues in school because the teacher didn't like me or didn't like my mom, or she just was just not understanding me. So I did transfer, ended up repeating the same grade because I lost the book. The teacher gave me all F's. Who makes all F's? My mom was asking the same thing. Went, transferred. Well, before I transferred, got the same teacher in high school, different teacher, same last name, mama, daughter thing. I don't know what happened there. Guess she just didn't like me neither. How can you flunk summer school? I don't know. And my mama already had said, she said, you know what? We taking you to Dallas Independent School District. And she did. It was worse over there. It got worse. It was not the teaching. It was the kids. It was the teachers. I tell people, if you want to know a child, in school and what they going through, talk to those kids that went to school before. The kids that's going to school now. Because I guarantee you, if you look at it, the kids that went to school from back when, it's the same now. It's just that they have internet, social media, you know. And they see these things and they jump on these kids. A lot of kids is watching what we watching. Back in the day, I wasn't able to watch this type of stuff on TV. I always had a curfew. Nowadays, kids don't even have a curfew to go to bed now. They go to bed when they want to. Like, I'm just not getting it, And then we say, well, we send our kids to school to learn. What are we sending out? We sending our schools to fight now. Let's keep it real. Because they fighting at home with the parent and they fighting with their siblings and then they go into school and they fight. Same difference. Because of what we seeing, everything has changed now. The parents that voted for these people to stay here, they don't care. They don't care at all. Because when it's our black people and they getting beat the heck out of them, now this was a smart young man. And I guarantee you, because he was smart, those young Latino boys beat him up because he was smarter than them. I guarantee you that. It's a no-brainer. They were mad because maybe he dressed a certain way, because he wouldn't like them, because he didn't care to get off into what they was wanting him to get off to. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, they put their hands on a young African American boy and stabbed him, beat him, stabbed. They just was doing everything to this young man. I feel like it's not going. Ain't nothing going to change unless the parents change themselves. Had they have made the right choice, it goes back to what we talk about. Had they have made the right choice in voting, we would not have this. We would not have this. We would not have this division. It's a bunch of division going on. They seen the fighting in the White House, up at the Capitol Hill. with Elon and his crew. President elect dump ass. Because I don't respect him because you and your cronies, your people, y'all put in the whole country at odds with this infighting in the White House. And these kids, they looking at it, they saying, "Oh, but if they don't care, why should we? If they don't care that our siblings and kids is getting killed, so why should we care? Why should we care? It doesn't matter." They just looking at it as though, well, it is what it is. Kid, if it's trickling down to the kids, we need to look into what is going on now. We really need to look into what is going on now. Because I guarantee you, if these kids will sit down, they tell you, well, we see it on TV. We see it going on in the White House. Y'all fighting. Why we can't fight? And we doing what y'all doing. The parents is fighting the black people. The brown and black parents is fighting. Shit, why we can't do it too? It's just too. I'm just saying. I if I'm gonna say anything on my channel, it's gonna to keep it real. And this bullying, it's been done over and over again. It's not going to change unless we change it ourselves. See, I feel like everybody that I heard this group going around, this stop bullying group going around. I might have to get involved with that initiative because for some reason y'all not loud. I feel like people like that are not loud enough because they don't have a person to put out in front of them. Maybe I'll be the one they have to put out because I feel like it's happening to if you have autism, they bully you because you got autism. They bullying you because you smart. They bullying you because you don't dress a certain way. They bullying you because you got long hair. They bullying you because you pretty. They bullying you because you handsome. It's exhausting. My mother kept my hair done. She kept my clothes right, my shoes on my feet right. She kept all this stuff right. But every day, guys, I went to school from 7th to 12th grade. I kid you not. The first 2 years of junior high, every day I was bullied because of the way I walked, because of the way my eye was. They would talk about me. I was bullied after every class period. They would show up in my class. If they wasn't in my class, they'd show up and walk behind me. I cried every day from the 7th to the 8th grade, every year. I did not want to go to I hated Zoom walk. Oh, I hated Zoom walk with a passion. But my friends was there. I couldn't shake it because I had made friends. But, that was, hey, it is what it is. Well, I think about everything that I've been through. And I guarantee you that young man that was beat up on and stabbed and his mother feel the same way. I bet you anything. He gonna look back on this if he lived to be something. I look back on this and everybody be asking about me. Oh, you talk to God, bro? You talk to God? They just don't know. I really don't have. I'm the type I don't like the whole grudges, but being that I was bullied from my 7th grade year to my 12th grade year, I don't know if I'm able to forgive some of those people. And I'm learning to forgive them now because they were kids. We were kids and teenagers, but it still don't erase the hurt, the pain that I went through every day being bullied. It really don't. It really don't. It it makes me go back on that time, and when I think of stories like this, it irks me and it hurts me. Because this baby didn't have to, he 14 years old, freshman. Same year I went to school. Freshman year. Freshman year. This young man, he came up to me, like, oh, you know I'm going to get you this year, Gabo. It's not like you, the way they thought about it back then is, oh, we just teasing. No. No. Teasing is not like, you tease every other blue moon. But every day in my face, sitting in the same classroom. Ooh, and I had, when I went to high school, every day. Same classroom. Same time. They would meet up with me. Every class period. Every class period. Behind me. Freshman year through senior year. It started in 7th grade. So, imagine 6 years. 6 years. That's 6 years. 6 years. So I would say from, let's see, 89, 90, I was a freshman. 88, 89, I was in the 8th grade. Okay, yeah, because my grandmother passed away. So it was 87, 88. I was a sophomore. No, I was a 7th grader. So from 88 all the way up into 1994, 87, 88, all the way up into 1994. So 87, 88, 88, 89, 89, 90, 90, 91. 91, 92, 92, 93, 93, 94. 7 years. 7 years straight being bullied. So when you guys and you ladies out there, y'all talk to y'all kids. Get in there. Get in there and talk to them. Let them know, what's going on in the world. I talk to blue in the face because, and I guess now I'm beginning to realize maybe I need to make myself as an example of what you don't want your child to have to constantly deal with. Maybe I will right now, because it is disheartening to hear that a child has been beat up, bullied, stabbed to death by another sibling, not a sibling, another classmate. And the teachers didn't do anything. The superintendent of schools, nobody did anything. That's the same thing that was going on with me in high school, and teachers was laughing back then. So imagine what they doing now. They just sitting there like, yo, it is what it is. They think they watching baddies probably, or bad boys. I'm talking about the Natalie version. Bad boys, the Natalie version. They might think they watching a YouTube video of people getting beat up. It's crazy. It's crazy. So We're going to talk about this off in the comments. What y'all think needs to be done. Yeah, this is a sad one. This is another sad one for me, y'all. I'm sorry. It's a sad one because this is the type of thing that could be dealt with. So, like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit that post notification bell so that when I upload, you know that I've done so. Till next time, peace, y'all.